think it was like 4 for 20 on one of the maps on Nuke or something. Those offers sort of dried up. But then again, it sort of worked in his favor. It's like, would you rather have a big opportunity like Big back when you were a worse player, or would you rather wait a year and a half, be a much more established player, well-rounded player, and get that big opportunity now on the main stage? I think, you know, it's worked out very, very well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, the talent has now become fostered, and he knows what he's up to. He's moved into a nice little lovely home, and things have gone well for him. The home of Big.
I don't know. He doesn't live in Germany, does he?
No.
Still lives in Huddersfield.
He still lives at home with Mama Snoo. Mama Snoo? Mama Smoo.
Mama Smoo. She has Twitter, you know.
I know. I know.
I see her like my tweets sometimes.
Oh, there you go, mate.
How cute.
Very cute. Well, we're in North versus Gambit. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Kiabi coming in towards... Ooh, nice little peek there in towards Ali. Trying to go for the fadeaway shot as well for the second, but it is going to be the 5 versus 4 early on. As he hears the players up close, gets the second flick shot as well onto Mo, and all the players just crumbling around towards the Ali position as Gambit fall 1 by 1.
That is a rapid round from North, and a dominant one at that as well, Snods. They just walk all over them, and have definitely made their mark into this round and proven exactly what they can do. Now, in terms of the buy, it is always the Danish teams at the moment. They love in the MP5. They're rolling it back. The Source style.
Were the good Danish teams in Source, right?
Yeah, those good Danish teams in Source. Denmark was a good region. France had very games. The UK was a good region. There was all sorts of crazy teams in Source. It was a great time. Kirby, though, kicks it off with a bit of an assault on Mo. He's going to be able to finish him off. A double kill from the MP5s. I like as the qualifiers gone on, we've seen more and more of it.
That is true. Maybe players just experimenting more with it, players realizing it's even viable now, or not even viable, just available. Also, being $1,500, it is more expensive than the UMP or MP9, so players are still wondering if it's worth the extra $4 or $300 investment. But anyway, something we haven't seen in a while, an MP7 coming out from MSL. 5 versus 2, Gambit on the force buy, looking lost.
Like a lost child in Asda, wandering down the aisles looking for some help. Is anyone going to come their way? Mer and Hobbit, the last 2 remaining men on the side of Gambit. As of right now, just waiting to get something going for them, Snods, just holding their angles. Mer will try and make the first move. He tiptoes up. Beautiful deagle shot. Smashes in the neck there of Kirby, where the response is done from Nico with the MP5. And Hobbit is the last remaining man. Hobbit goes down as well to the MP7 of MSL there. And North do pick up their second round with only 1 casualty from an absolutely filthy deagle shot that took Kirby out the server.
So far, it's only Mir who's been able to find some kills. Everyone else is on 0. We actually didn't do predictions, did we, Jack?
We did not.
We did not. What do you reckon?
I think potentially this could be, I'd say, a North win. But I think this one actually should be around the region of a 2-0, especially in sort of this form right now. North are just annihilating them here on train. I reckon it could be a 2-0 for North, but it depends. If North carry on playing the sort of style of CS we saw from them earlier, where MSL was actually looking very effective, Nico's popping off, if Kirby has a good game as well, that's like at least 20% of the team right there. That's basically what you need. As long as Kirby comes into the server and pops off, he gives them a whole lot of extra oomph.
Yeah, it does feel like Kirby has that one game in each best of 3, that one map where he's on 25, 30 frags and gets those impactful kills for his team. But into this one for North. Going to be carrying forward 3 SMGs, 1 MP7 from MSL, but apart from that, AZ and Kiabi going to be wielding the MP5s. Only 1 M4 for Nico, as is Valdi on the FAMAS. AZ once again, very aggressive in towards Pop Dog. Nico as well aggressive in towards Team Main, so North want to apply the pressure early against Gambit and basically force their own game style on them. As now they have a lot of map control to retake. They have to take back A-Main, take back Pop Dog, and be scary as well of Kiabi playing towards Ali. He's been so good towards that position so far today.
Ooh. Bit of a slow reaction there, allowing a Dren to just punish him with the Kalashnikov on the first face. So Gambit do get the opener into this round, but even then it's 1 kill to the ton of damage that has been done to the players on Gambit. Mo is low, Dosi has taken a hit, but Dren as well, shredded. He will be able to get the follow-up frags. That's now 2 kills, and they take a huge lead into the round, actually, as it just comes down to Valde and Kirby. Oh, the spam. This MP5 is in prime territory to deal with these men now because of how low they physically are. And Valde on the Famous as well, trying to make himself famous with a weapon, as he will get the double down on 2 men. Makes it the hat trick as he peeks out and takes the fight to Hobbit. That's the 4th round for North. And it seemed like it was going to be the opener for Gambit, but that dream has gone right out the window.
Round number 5 then. No bomb plant for Gambit means they won't be going for the buy into this one. Instead, $3,000 across the board means they can afford to go for a CZ buy. You know, 1 flashbang, 1 smoke here as well, with armor here and there. So it's not exactly the best buy. Should be seeing a 5-0 start for North going forward. And actually, whenever we've casted Train for North, it's always been their CT side that's been very, very weak. It's their T side that's usually stronger. So does this bode well going forward if they can gain a couple more rounds? But early on though, exchange from Valde with Dozier as well. This is going to be easy clean-up kills here for the M4.
Yeah, good burst out. Oh, the Molotov comes in, ignites Mir, as he will be crisped up, kicked out. AZ with a kill from the M4, Nico with a final blow from the Famous. It's a headshot on Hobbit. And that is a 5th round picked up for North now, as they'll be carrying on. Pretty happy off the back of that one.
So, into the second buy round we go. First buy round, North had 3 SMGs and they managed to win it with 4 players surviving. So this one, could argue, is even harder for Gambit. Mo just going to go on the upper position there on the T-spawn train, hoping that someone pushes towards Ali and get it aggressive. Apart from that, Valde out towards B Heaven. Going to be waiting for MSL to take contact with the AWP and basically be taking all of the gaze and attention. But Mir spots out the play towards the B side. They don't know that MSL is there as well with the AWP holding towards the lower ramp, so they're not going to be panicking just yet. As the push comes in very, very slowly. MSL covering a lot of ground, but that flick shot reaction from Mir shows his youth and vitality with that 1 flick. As well, it's even more kills coming through. Dozier Hobbit connecting shots.
Yeah, beautiful stuff across the board. Just the AK annihilation starting to be put on display as they open up this round. Crisp headshots being found across the board. Dozier as well with a final tap down on Valde will end that streak for North as they get the first round on the board for Gambit here. Set themselves up for develop into this one. Mo on the AWP as well. A sight you're always going to want to see if you're a fan of Gambit, as he definitely can single-handedly create big entries with that weapon.
AWP now once again from MSL. Obviously trying to get aggressive in that last round, but a shot there from Mir, not really too much you can do about that. This time going towards the brown train. Dren holding for the push in towards team A. Not going to be over-facing for that angle. No flash, no utility required there for AZ. Goes for the ballsy peek and succeeds. Valde as well. Ooh, doesn't quite spot the head, the timing as well as he swaps weapons. Will be losing out the duel to Mir, but not before he got the dink down to 10 HP.
He's just there left with 10 HP, limping around. Put a bandage around his head for that one. Dren will be able to get the response with the AK. Battles it out against Nico and does come out as the victor, so it's a 3 versus 4, but the health advantage is a little bit more stacked in the favor of North. For Dren and Mir are quite low, not in the best place. They do still have the firepower to go big. Kirby, his role in this round is huge as they push out through Ivy Snods. He needs to be prepared for this. The smoke is down, 47 seconds on the clock as it starts to tick its way through. Just holding. But the paranoia is getting to him. He's slowly repositioning, trying to get a more favorable angle as he suspects someone could have pushed through already. And that is going to be the major leak into the back of the bomb site as well. Kirby still holds it. They're taking an angle of face as they peek both sides. He isn't going to extend out just yet, though. Dozier He deals some damage as now the audio cues have been heard. The Molotov round, he faces it, but he's done for. Dosia kills him. The response from SL is to eliminate Mo, playing for the bomb train. He gets a follow-up frag as well. The in-game leader being the in-game fragger right now as he carries on. Unfortunately, that is the end of his reign. The bomb has to go down, and AZ's left in a 1v2. Finds the first. Now it's just down to the ex-god himself, Dosia. Is he going to make something sexy in this one as he jumps up on top of bomb train? Looks to try and find the head of AZ, who just crouches in the back line. Filthy shot as he will get the defuse. And that is a beautiful round there from AZ. A free K, a retake, and a 6th round on the board for North.
Counter-terrorists win.
There you have it. Gambit win one and then lose immediately afterwards. In terms of cash, I mean, $2,000 for Hobbit, so he's going to be needing a drop from Dozier if he can afford it. But actually, I think he's just dropped over to a Dren, so CZ utility buy from Hobbit. Orb coming out from Mo. 3 AKs is what around off the rest of the T-sided buy. And for North, already AZ on 10 frags, showing his worth into this matchup. Only 7 rounds being played out. So early on though, MSL getting aggressive. We've seen the peak towards B upper, we've seen the B lower peak, we've seen the peak on top of Brown Train, and now we've seen the push towards Ali. So he's showing us a lot of positional plays at the start of the round, trying to get the first pick here against Gambit, anticipating where they may be. And now MSL's stuck. If he misses the shot, Jack, he's dead.
Smoke goes down. The bullets barely whiz by him. So low, nearly with a connection as well as he tries to scurry out of there and fall back into a better position. Dren with a flick up, finds the first. The Dren trying to make this a triple kill, but it is just the single frag that he could achieve before death. MSL eventually gets his kill into this round. The 50-second mark, but that lapse of IV control has meant that they can try and push out. Kirby just holds it, should spot him out, will get the adjustment. Kirby with a beautiful headshot, and they fall back into a 4 versus 3. So now it's 40 seconds on the clock, and a B attack is the case. Ooh.
So 2 versus 4. Bomb still needs to make its way all the way towards the B bomb site. And they're not going to be anticipating the push as well. Valde drops the bomb behind the grey train. The shot from Mo with the AWP not going to be landing, and that is going to be the full reset now against Gambit. Deducted down to just clocks. North 7-1 up, most likely going to be extending that lead to an 8-1 advantage. And now as well, the cash for North can start to swell. One of the issues they had prior was how close those rounds really were. 1 versus 1 if you remember, or the 1 versus 2 actually from AZ. Then they lose the buy round, their cash isn't that good. And now versus an Eco, they need to have 4 or 5 players staying alive to really start to soak up and absorb the round win bonus.
Valde single-handedly dispatched that push and just dealt with it. The grenade was beautiful, tons of splash damage, everyone took a huge amount of damage from that. He then gets the follow-up frags, launches the Molotov out as well. They lose MSL, but Valde, he can still try and continue this path of destruction that he's on. This could be the 5K here, surely into the ace. It will be denied though. Nico denies the 5. That'll be the defuse coming in from Valde, and an 8th round from North as they're crushing ahead against Gambit.
So, what do Gambit need to change? MSL has been getting aggressive each and every round, so can Mo play the game of AWP chess and predict where the peak's going to be? Does like to peek towards the B half of the map, go for the lower peak, but obviously the CT AWPer always gets there first. Pause coming in, so they're going to be able to talk about what they can change. So far, they've only really been defaulting. Haven't seen a fast set play. We haven't seen a really, really strong outside rush. You know, smoke sandwich, smoke electric, mollies out towards the back green, mollies out towards stop sign and the default site, and just charging towards A. That could be very effective, especially leaving MSL's AWP useless if he has to retake with that weapon. It's not really the best weapon for that scenario. What else can they do? Haven't seen a B execution as well, one with great flashbangs to, again, render an AWP useless if he was holding towards B. On their defaults, they're being picked apart one by one, be it KRB towards Ali, AZ towards Pop, or MSL towards T Main. Either way, they're not able to have a strong default, so they need to bring maybe some more strategy into this one early on.
Well, that is the end of the freeze time. And we will be carrying on once we get back into the 10th round here. North on train right now, looking very, very effective. And that is proven by the lead they have. 7 rounds over their opponents here in Gambit. Is this something they can grow? Or is this going to be where the streak starts to crumble? MSL, once again, trying to go for this more aggressive face on the close angle here. As he just looks up the ramp. The Molotov is in position, so it's going to be hard for him to spot because of the vision. Does reface, but when he does, it's a little bit too late. They've already crossed, and the drive-by from Mur as he hits him with a Ferrari peak, Snods.
The Bugatti peak comes through from Mir. So that's going to be forcing in the rotations towards the B side. AZ, Valde here as well, and actually Valde coming towards Heaven. If he jumps on the spindle, maybe met by the force and reckoning of Mir. So, minute left on the clock here. No pop dog control for Gambit. No control towards Ali as well. They need to get some more forward positions potentially. But they have got the man advantage, so if they can trade their kills, they will always have the lead. Maybe that's what they can use to get their second round on the board. Valde alone towards the B side, getting aggressive as well. This is confidence on display. A very confident flick as well to make this a 4 versus 4. That advantage Gambit had thrown out the window.
AZ on top of the bomb train now as the push comes around. Spotted out a little bit ahead and goes back to try and lop it off, which he will. Gets success over Mo there. 20 seconds remain and the final fight starting to come out. Dosia has to do what Dosia does best, and that is to punish as he pushes in. Oh, AZ, crisp as ever. 3 wonderful frags into the round with a 4th and final blow being found there by Valde as he will take down North. And that is a 9-1 scoreline. Starts the cash completely broken on Gambit as well. It's not looking great.
Really isn't, is it? They've now lost 4 rounds in a row. If they lose this one, they're going to be on the 3,400 maximum round loss bonus. So, well, cash to be working with in round number 12. But even then, at that point, you're looking at a 10-1 scoreline, Jack. This is getting quite lopsided. Actually going to quickly check HO TV to see the veto, because it's going to be interesting to see. We know that Gambit like to play train. Have Gambit pick train, and if so, North could be feeling very confident on this map. But they could even be overpass as well. Let me take a look at the veto here. So Gambit picked train, North picked Inferno, and overpass is left over. Gotta say it, both these teams like overpass, but as fairs, North's over Gambit's. And if North win Gambit's map pick on train as well, then again, Jack, we have casted ends today who have been losing their map picks and winning their oppositions.
Yeah, the old map pick trader-Rooney, which is quite interesting. But North actually looking better on train now than they did versus Zen. So, whoa, easy. He's a fast man as he flicks around quite ferociously, leaving bodies on the floor, telling people to put their hands up, Snods.
Oh, nice shot there from Mir. Expects another player to be towards green train as well, but the issue is no utility, just Deagle in hand. That one shot as well is one that's going to be very hard to replicate. And so it shall. And it's all down to Hobbit. Into the 1 versus 4. Goes down swiftly to MSL's AWP. In terms of frags, take a look. So 16 kills, 16-2 as well, just to showboat in this matchup. 16-2 to AZ, 13 as well for Valde. As we head into the 12th round, a 10-1 scoreline. Gambit in a 9-round deficit. What more can they change? Mo gonna have the AWP once again, but he's holding for the CT aggression. Fair enough, we've seen a lot of that coming out from MSL. And actually into this round, it's going to be getting aggressive in towards Team A. Already plays close towards the blue train. And already they get the man advantage just 20 seconds into the round, and that HE grenade just rubs salt into the wounds.
Yeah, that is a bit of a depressing one. The amount of damage that's just transferred on towards Hobbit and Dosia. Going to leave them quite worse for wear, as they now start to work out what they can really even do into this, as this should be an 11-1 scoreline, and then that's only going to barrel even more out of control. North are just looking unstoppable right now. They cannot be touched, Nons. No matter what Gambit brings to the table, North have already got the counter and the backup plan.
"15 seconds remaining. MSL spots the shoulder, gets the frag as well onto Hobbit. Gonna go for the repeat here. Try and collect another name as AZ wants to try and get to 18 frags, but MSL is going to be toying with his food instead. 11-1, 10-man advantage. Gambit look lost. Not sure what to say, really. It's hard for Gambit, obviously. We haven't seen an execution come out from them just yet. When you think about Blade being added to this team as well, Jack, what are you expecting to see? Fast rushes towards sites? Not really. You're expecting to see very strong defaults, and you're also expecting to see strategies to be called from Spawn. That's one of the gripes some of the players had with Blade, was the fact that he did lack that mid-round cool prowess, which was in that meta, you know, year and a half ago, back when SK basically ruled in that manner. But he was so strong at anti-stratting, so strong at calling from Spawn, essentially strategies that had worked against the current setup from the opposition. The problem was, when teams started to become so much more on the fly, it became very hard as quite a stiff team to try and counter that. Instead, though, has the impact of Blade really had time to settle in? It's only been since Shanghai, so early August, so what, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks if that. And a player like that joining this team as coach may take 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, he's got a lot of ideas, but those ideas are something that takes time to really kick in. It's not something you're going to see instant results with because of just how useful of a player he is in terms of that coach role. It's also something that's new to him. You know, he's used to be in that IGL role. It's a complete switch up.
Yeah, he did coach DreamHack Winter 2014. Coach Dozy on Hellraiser the Major. But yeah, plus as well, we don't know what map pool they've started to work on early on. Maybe they tried to perfect their overpass and went onto different maps before train. But then again, they have picked this map early, so maybe this is one they have been focusing on. Pistols though, once again, and once again SMSL with the aggressive peak to find the entry. The 5 versus 4. Is this going to be a Tech 9, Jack? Wow. I've seen it all today. MP5s. Tech 9s.
Do you see with the Tech 9?
We had Julies as well yesterday.
We did have the Julies, yeah.
So, yeah, things aren't looking too good here for Gambit, as they may just go down 12-1 this early on into train.
If it carries on in the manner it has been, it definitely looks that way at the very least, as 11-1 scoreline could now turn into a 12-1. Adren has the AK. They're playing so slow, just waiting to see if they can get absolutely anything, a nibble from North. Try and get them to bite and then build off the back of that, but North aren't interested. They're just keeping it calm. Oh, there's the early tag though. Adren, when he goes for the first phase, annihilated. Of course, the worst player you'd want to come up against is AZ. He is the man that has that area on lockdown towards Pop Dog. Eventually, it's finished off, but MSL is fast with the trade, a rapid response unit, and that is North with 12 rounds to the 1 of Gambit.
19 kills, 3 deaths. AZ's making this look like deathmatch. As we go into the penultimate round of this first half. The next map being Inferno, the map pick from North. So, bomb left in towards T-Spawn. Smoke coming in towards Sandwich early, but look how aggressive the CTs are. Already MSL's here towards the Sandwich trains, holding in towards T-Main, hoping that Adren makes that same mistake to walk into his crosshair. So, T-Main control in the favor of North. Gambit wish they had it. AZ will be conceding Pop Dog, which means MSL is left quite bare. Oh my goodness. We've seen some very nice reactive shots here from Mir towards the B halls. But is it enough? Obviously, this has been a very, very one-sided matchup here. North winning 7 rounds in a row, but that shot from Mir could start something new.
potentially. This could be the start of the comeback for Gambit. But if it's going to start soon, it needs to start really rapidly, Snods, as they need to get as many rounds as possible before we go into this second half. But the response is AZ. And AZ is an angry, angry boy as he fights his way through, gets that first frag on Hobbit. And he is by no means going to be done. He'll want to carry this on and unleash upon them. Adren backs off down over towards the B-bomb site here. Okay, set up. Flashbangs go out. Here's the push. Nods. Is it going to pay off? Time will tell, but Nico says no as he kicks it off with a bang.
Oh.
2 huge frags annihilating him. You heard the pop of that one when he rails him down with the AK. Looks for a third on Mo. Mo is able to line up the shot with the AWP, but there's the response from AZ. Face plants the ground. Dosia to save, and North to get themselves a 13th. What is going on with Gambit?
Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not good at all. 13-1. No real money here for Gambit. They can't afford maybe AK Kevlar. Hobbit probably going to be going to a UMP or a Galil smoke grenade. At best, really. There it is. Galil. Molotovs. That might mean they go towards B with the mollies. Obviously, you can molly behind the default site. Use the molly ricochet off the door. Use the molly to molly out connected to deny rotations from A towards B. But instead, a molly execution towards the A side. Mollies do rain in, but instead, it's Kiabi to rain bullets on to Hobbit. Oh, a little spot here as well from these. You can see over the smoke, and Mo has no idea where he just died from.
No clue about what has gone on at all, Snars. This is easily going to be a 14th round picked up here for North at this point. They're just getting annihilated. Everyone's going down. It's just Adren that remains in a 1 versus 3. He is going to launch out the smoke, detects the men that are there trying to annihilate him, and just tucks in to at least bide himself an extra few minutes in this round, but that is the end. MSL finishes him off. A 14-1 half. North want to try and have that rematch versus Ents, it seems.
So, yeah, of course they do. Obviously, only 2 spots coming out of the EU qualifier. We've already got Avangard going to Chicago. The second team to qualify, I mean, it can't be Gambit, North, and obviously Ents that do go through to do it. If you're Ents as well and you're watching this, who are you more scared to play? A Gambit that, in terms of, you know, obviously former major winners, they have the experience there, but have been on that downward trajectory so far. They've made the additional blade as well. So would you rather play them, or would you rather play versus North, a team that you can say the exact same? Before, what, a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago at this point, during the E-League major, they became top 8. PGL Krakow, they did go top 8 because they lost to Virtus Pro, I believe, in the round of 8. But, yeah, they did. Essentially, ever since then, ever since last August, really just falling out of the top 20, falling out of everything, really.
Yeah, falling out of touch, left in a bit of an awkward spot. And the fact is, they've played them, they've beaten them in this qualifier alone. So they know it's a known quantity of a team they can try and overtake once again. And it looks like that could be the case of what this is shaping up to. I mean, if this is Gambit's map pick, it doesn't look like it.
That's very true. Obviously, picking this map, you're expecting to see... yeah, it is the Gambit map pick. You can see on the screen here as well. In terms of ban, it's interesting to see that North are still banning out Cash. Obviously, for Gambit banning out Mirage, a map that North are very good on. Overpass is the starting map as well, Jack, a map which is very, very strong, very potent for North. We saw that in one of the best of 3s versus the Lions, maybe? I can't remember.
Possibly. Or
No, it wasn't.
It was whatever game
Was the
North
first one we
played
did.
first, yeah.
Space Soldier.
North versus Space Soldiers, I think?
No,
yeah.
Space Soldiers wouldn't play Overpass. I'm not sure. Anyway, they were very
It
good on
might have been,
Overpass.
yeah.
Long story short, they were very good on Overpass. But yeah, 14-1 here. They win the pistol, it's GG.
Well, Dosia with a nade. Let's see if he can try and blow him to bits and roll that one in towards them. As they are going to make their move over towards the speed bomb site. North, are they going to get straight into this one with an opening pistol? Well, they're all stuck on each other like a firing squad, but they are getting success out of it as they are punishing the majority of players apart from Adren. He was the lifeblood of the team, and he's now unfortunately expired. It's Valdate, Nico, and AZ versus Mo and Mir.
3 versus 2. No defuse kit for the CT side as of yet. Maybe there's one that's been dropped on the floor they can retrieve. But so far, it seems unlikely. The odds just stacked up against them. The score line, the recent form, the poor performance we saw from their T side on train, and to lose the pistol as well, to go out in this fashion would simply be embarrassing. The round is still on. Bomb does get tagged. Frag going in favor of Nico though, so it's all down to Mir. Yeah, no real chance here. Can maybe get some confidence frags going into the next map on Inferno. That is, it's going to be GG. 15-1. North now have 14 match points.
And you can't help but feel like this is going to be a 16-1 scoreline. North, they'll be the ones able to reinvest in weaponry. Gambit, all they can do is opt to go for the Scout CZ buy-up, which is the best you can really hope to achieve. North, what's the buy going to be? Are we going to see all the MP5s coming out to play? No. It's actually majority rifles. You've got the 3 AKs there, 1 Galil on MSL, and Kirby, who has loved rocking the MP5 recently. You can see he definitely has got on with the weapons, Nods. And this could be the end of Gambit on the first map on their pick, as it is a bombardment. They are sprinting over towards B. They want to try and go with a fast-paced tempo, it seems, straight away into this round. They want to end this one lickety-split.
Dosia in the smoke towards the lower ramp, as Kirby is right behind him with the MP5. They've met each other in the smoke, but actually it's going to be Sweet changing positions and switching things up, and from behind, Dosia finds one, the spam as well with the 5-7, eventually going to connect the shot onto Nico, but it's Mir as well that finds the impact, but eventually all in the mist. Things got lost. We got so fixated on that little switcheroo in the smoke towards B lower ramp, we missed the fact that North just killed all the Gambit.
Everyone was dead, and that is it. North have taken the win there, 16-1, as they're going to be walking out singing a nice little happy tune off the back of that one, because it was a very rapid game, to say the least. That was a fast one.
Was a fast one, yeah. Map pick from Gambit going 16-1, and to be frank, I think, well, I think this is 2-0 for North. Then again, every time we've said that, it's gone 3 maps.
Yeah.
I think this is 3 maps.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that the reverse psychology?
Exactly.
Very smart. Well, we'll see how this game is going to go down. North, they look amazing. Can they keep that up? Is the North here to stay, or can Gambit bounce back? We'll see out in the next map.